Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your October 2014 Tarot Horoscope with me. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Now I've changed the layout a little bit for this month. We still have the 4 cards, and at the end there will be the overall high vibrational energy card to show you as well. So the first card is the relationship or love, and the second card is the home and personal. The third card is finances or career, and the fourth card is health. So when we move into October, it's a really busy month in the planet sector. We have 2 eclipses, one lunar eclipse and one solar eclipse, and the solar eclipse falls in the sign of Scorpio. Now these solar eclipses generally create a lot of change for people, and because it falls in your sign, it's going to be really intense for you. Now in 2013 there was a solar eclipse in Scorpio as well, so you've kind of been dealt some double whammies for the last couple of years actually, and it's been hard on you because these eclipses and other energies and planets that have been bundling around have created a lot of transformational change within humanity at the overall level, and I think Scorpio have had their fair share of it. You've kind of been going through a process of, you know, almost like the death and the rebirth and loss for the last couple of years, which has been really trying. And now you're going to, after the solar eclipse, you're going to move into the start phase of rebirth and new beginnings. And again, it's not going to happen overnight. Transformations take time, but you will start to see some new beginning energies coming in, which I think you will feel much lighter and a better relief. We also note that the planet Saturn moves out of the sign of Scorpio and into Sagittarius in October, and that bodes well for the planet overall because Sagittarius is about new growth and more social positiveness. So I think for everyone we'll start to see some lightness occur. But if we want to move into the cards that we've got for you here, the first one, the Page of Pentacles, which we look at for relationship and love, this card sort of suggests that if you're in a committed relationship, it may have lost some of its luster, and there could even be a little bit of boredom around you. And this doesn't have to mean the end of a relationship, but what I think it does mean is you've got to take some sort of action. And communication is the key to resolving a lot of issues in life. So if you want to keep the relationship going, you need to have some discussions about what it is that you need to focus on to bring the relationship back into some harmony or some enjoyment or mutual ground again. So you need to be honest about it when you have discussions in relationships. The other thing is, if you're single and looking for love, and you may be thinking, well, why can't I find someone? It could be because you're holding on to something from the past and not letting it go. So you might have to look at your heart and see, who or what am I holding on to, and how can I let that person or that energy go so that I can bring newness into my life. Often until we let go of the past, we can't move forward because we're stuck in the past. So we can give a present to ourselves by being more committed to the present and allowing the newness to come in. So anyhow, if we move on to your next one, the home and personal card, we notice that this is a major arcana card, and so is the one next to it, which does indicate to me, Scorpio, that you are in for quite a big month of deeper soul issues. When these cards turn up, some readers call them the trump cards, they indicate a much deeper level of emotions being affected for the month. So the Hanged Man quite often means literally you're sort of stuck at a crossroads. You're thinking about issues in your life and you're not really sure which way to go. So the message for this card is, the fact that it's sort of personal, it is going to be quite deep for you and quite meaningful. Take your time making these decisions, because this is what you are thinking about for the future, and you are literally moving into this new phase, so you need to make the right choice. So don't rush it, work it all out strategically, and be sure of what it is that you want to go ahead with doing. It also suggests that you might want some peace and quiet time for the month of October, and that you might not be quite as social as other times, just a little bit more contemplative, soul searching and thinking. If we move on to the finances and career card, this Major Arcana card again kind of suggests to me you might even be quite contemplative about your career going ahead in the future as well. So there might be some deep changes coming for that. This card suggests remember your gut feelings and your intuition and dreams and synchronicities, because this is actually going to play a part for you in the month of October. If something doesn't feel right to you, start looking into it, because those are the clues in life, and oftentimes we don't listen to them enough, but we should be. So if you're applying for a job or looking at investment or something and you think, oh, I don't like the feel of this, or oh, I don't think I would be happy doing this, listen to those little clues and look into it a bit further, because in reality, Scorpio, you have the answers within yourself. And when you start getting the little nudges at the back of your neck going, no, don't do it, those are clues. It also says if you think there might be anyone in the background not being quite honest with finances or money or even in your job, just watch out for that, because there could be a little bit of covert action going on around. And if you are dealing with any financial transactions, only give out the information required. Don't give out any more information. So sort of be a little bit frugal on your personal details there. And when we come to the health card for the end of the reading, this Page of Swords, actually another thing, you've got two pages, and these are young energies, so somehow children might be associated in your reading for the month of October. So there might be young people surrounding you, or in your thoughts, or coming into your life as well. But anyhow, back to the health. This suggests that you may have been working a little bit too hard and too intensely, and you could even be feeling a little bit anxious or stressed. And I think that could make sense for you, given how kind of bound up Scorpio has been for quite some time, and how tight things have been and intense. So we feel this whole calming down and smoothing out for you, and I think this is a card that suggests take a little bit of time out and rest. And remember that rest and sleep and silence are great healers. So I still get the feeling overall there is this message for you in October about a little bit of time out, and not necessarily being solitude, but more peaceful time. Don't go around agitating people, because this card has that kind of inference that you could be in a mood to stir things up. But it would be best if you didn't, because I think you'd regret it yourself, and often the other people don't take it too well either. This card also does suggest to me that the winds of change are coming, and it's interesting that it's at the end of this reading. It's almost like as October passes through, you are on the winds of change, on that upper direction of new, fresh, vibrant energy, and that's brilliant. Now, what we're going to do next is the overall energy card for the month. And what we're using here are these beautiful higher vibrational cards. And we're just going to shuffle the deck a little and pull one out. And you have been given the higher vibrational energy of Michael and the gift of patience. And this is a beautiful energy for you to have received for the month. Michael is the archangel, higher vibrational energy of protection and strength and nurturing. And this is the the purple ray that's going to be there for you to call on all month at any time. And patience is a virtue. And if we all had some patience, how much further in life we would actually get. And interestingly enough, your reading had the Hanged Man in it, which is all about patience and that taking the time out. And this suggests that it says here to meditate on stillness and consider your desire without attachment. And it's also that the number 3 could be quite useful for you in the month of October, because that is the actual number behind all manifestation. So this is suggesting for you to ponder on stillness and silence. So the card is very similar to the rest of your reading about allowing that time of change to come through for you in October, and to be patient, because it will come and it will be well worth the reward. So anyhow, Scorpio, that's your reading for the month. Thank you for listening with me, and I hope you enjoyed it. Much aroha, kia kaha.